Hello everybody and welcome to my video getting tidier. I hope you're well. You can see that my kitchen has all suddenly got untidy again, and as many of you told me, the kitchen can be the tidiest and it's the quickest room to get untidy. So this was Friday, and the reason why the kitchen looks like this is because I didn't do any washing up on Thursday. So I came in actually to make my lunch, and then I found that my husband had already made my lunch. So that's where I started doing some clearing up, and then in order to clear some space on the side, and then I saw that he'd done it, which was good of him. So I just decided to do a little bit of washing up and clearing up before I sat and had my lunch. You can see I've still got those wooden boxes on the side of my kitchen surface, but I put them outside. If you've given me a few different ideas as to what I can do with them, but the problem is they're very small. They didn't look that small, but they are really small. The wood is quite thick, so the amount of space in them is really, really limited. So I've decided they're going to go in the shed for now. I might put them on one side and put some plants in them. I've not quite decided, but I might just give them away and get rid. So I did some work in the kitchen. Then I did some out in the garden, where you'll see me taking all the washing in. And the reason for that is that we had a call, which meant quite short notice. I had to drive to another part of England because of my business. And you'll see I do a little video of where I'm staying, which is really lovely. And then you also see the reason why I had an emergency trip to do. It was no good. I had to make an emergency trip. So you'll see the reason for that. There's a number of different things that I needed to see to. Problems with the ceiling that need to be resolved. Problem with, I thought it was possibly a damp issue, but I think it's more likely to be condensation. And also I've got the whole of a fence that's come down. So we had to put a bag together, really short notice, and we just had to go. So my husband actually told me that he managed to do a bit more washing up, because Friday afternoon I was working in my fourth job. So I just did a couple of hours at a school locally. So my husband picked me up, and then we went and collected my daughter from school, and then we drove until very late into the evening. My husband sorted out food for my daughter, and we got something on the way up. And yeah, this morning I've been at the house in order to assess what work needs to be done. So you'll see that I do a little clip to show you, and you can see what I've been up to. It's absolutely lovely here, really lovely. That's the thing with England. Those of you that are from the United Kingdom, those of you that have visited the United Kingdom, different parts of England is obviously such a small country, but different parts of England are so vastly different. At the moment, I'm looking out of our apartment window, and there's like 3 beautiful horses nearby, and birds singing all around us. Lovely. So you can see I've managed to sort the little corner there. It's all tidy. I've put the boxes now outside. There's a pile of food on the left hand side which needs to go in the food bin, and my husband did manage to get those saucepans done before we came away. And then I decided that I needed to get all the washing in. All of that was dry. I was so pleased. In the end I managed to get 2 loads of coloureds dry, and a whole load of whites dry, including towels. I didn't fold all this up. I know a number of you say that you always fold your washing when you take it off the line. I normally do, but I was in a hurry here. So I just took it all off the line and brought it all in. I had a brief chat with my next door neighbour, who commented about seeing magpies in the garden. And I thought, oh no, I hope he likes magpies. And he said, oh, they're beautiful birds. I thought, phew. So I then told him, oh, actually, I've been putting food out, and then I found out the food is really loved by magpies. I do know that they can be quite vicious. A couple of you have commented and said, "Oh, like don't encourage them into the garden." I do understand that. I've got to be careful. Yes, you can see me just there talking to the neighbour briefly. So I take all the pegs in, and just in case it rains, I don't like my peg basket, all the pegs getting wet. But actually this weekend has been gloriously sunny. It's been really, really lovely. So that's nice. It's been lovely and sunny at home, but also where we are. And then the next video, you'll see of the place that we're staying at. So I'll do a quick video so you can see the accommodation that we're staying in. So this morning we were up and out. I had the appointment at 10:30. I was there for about an hour, and then after that we went to the supermarket to get food for lunch and a few things for dinner. And then we had our lunch in a park, which is really lovely. I feel like I've said that loads now. There's a quick clip of the river and part of the park, and so I'll show you that in a minute. And then we went on to a place called Seaglass. So for those of you that are interested, have a little look, Google it, because it's internationally known for Seaglass. So we came here probably about 18 months ago and went on our Seaglass hunt. And people come here from all over. I've known there's been like people come from America, and they'll come and visit somewhere else in England, but they'll make sure that they do a visit to see him in order to hunt for Seaglass. So we managed to spend some time there, and it's really sunny. The sea was coming in, which last time we came the sea was going out, but that didn't matter because you could just go further up the beach and still hunt amongst the stones. So we enjoyed doing that. I thought a number of you would smile because I show you the dishwasher, a place with a dishwasher. So I'm not the dishwasher for the few days. It's quite nice to be able to use the dishwasher. I won't have to do any washing up. It's a pretty good area for the kitchen actually. It's got everything you need, all well stocked in terms of all the glasses and plates, etc, etc. I do a little clip of outside, which you can see right into the distance. You can see Durham. Very, very peaceful here. Very, very green, and really quite relaxing. We like it here. We've stayed here a few times. The sort of place that you'd come back to once you find a good place. You want to return, don't you? And then in a minute, you'll then see the problems that I've got with the ceiling that need to be sorted. So you can see this is supposed to, I've had this painted now twice. It's all come off again. Around the bath is not too bad, but the ceiling is literally flaking off in massive, massive great sections. So you can see here that we're walking down to one of the Seaglass beaches. So this is the one that we've been to before, and the history is fascinating. So back in the Victorian years and just before, there were lots of factories using glass products, and they would dump them far out to sea, the waste products. And still now, bits of glass are washed up on the beach, and there's certain ones you won't have to find drops, bubbles as they call them, or even more exciting is if you find a multi. And we did find one multi, and you just scrape the stones back, and then in the sun you spot them. So we managed to get quite a few, which was really exciting. And if you look online, people make all sorts of these items of Seaglass, particularly if they get nice bubbles or multis. You can use them as like in pendants, like silver chains. people make really beautiful jewellery out of them. So usually it tends to be necklaces, and they're shipped around all of the world. So I might turn my multi there into a silver necklace. We'll see. That's how you scrape it back, you see, and then you can see if you can find any more. It's a little green piece. I think the best piece that I just found was the white and transparent multi. I was pleased with that. Most of the bits now are quite small, but sometimes you're lucky and you get much bigger pieces. One time we had a multi with purple running through it. It's really nice. So I thought you might be interested in that. So we spent probably about an hour on the beach this afternoon, and then we came back to our accommodation and had our dinner. So I need to now clear up after dinner, and I need to put the dishwasher on. So I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!